Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. Today I am again with you with a new class with new topic for class 12th, that is internal resistance of a cell. Thereafter we will discuss cells in series, cells in parallel and mixed grouping of cells. So what is the internal resistance of a cell? The internal resistance of a cell is defined as the resistance offered by the electrodes and electrolyte of the cell when the electrons flow through it. That is when the electric current actually flows through it. The value of the internal resistance of a cell depends upon the following factors: the nature, that is material, and the surface area of the electrodes, which means that what is the material of which the electrodes, cathode and anode, are made, and what is the area, what is the surface area of the electrodes. Greater the surface area of the electrodes, greater will be the resistance. Smaller the surface area of the electrode, smaller will be the internal resistance of the cell. Similarly, different materials will have different internal resistances. Number two, the separation between the electrodes. Greater the separation between the electrodes, greater will be the internal resistance. Smaller the separation between the, that is the distance between the two electrodes, cathode and anode. If the distance between the two electrodes is smaller, the internal resistance of the cell will be smaller and vice versa, which means that if the distance between the two electrodes is greater, the internal resistance of the cell will be greater. Then there is another factor, that is the nature, concentration and temperature of the electrolyte. We will have to see, usually we use H2SO4, sulfuric acid as an electrolyte in the batteries which we use in our homes. So we have to see what is the nature of the electrolyte used in the cell, whether it is sulfuric acid or copper sulfate, whatever it may be. Uh, what is the concentration of the electrolyte and what is the temperature of the electrolyte? So these are the factors on which the internal resistance of a cell depends. Now let us consider a simple circuit which consists of an external resistance R which is connected to a cell, source of EMF as shown in the figure. Now we know that a cell has a positive terminal and a negative terminal. Suppose that E is the EMF of the cell. I already told you what is EMF and what is the terminal voltage. EMF is the maximum potential difference that exists between the two electrodes of a cell when it is on an open, on a closed, so on an open circuit. That is when no current is drawn from the cell. That is called EMF. And when a current is drawn from the cell and some current is used for the current to flow through the cell, and some current is used to flow through the external resistance. So that time the potential difference or the EMF is called terminal voltage, or it's called a potential difference. So let E is the EMF of the cell and R is its internal resistance. Then the potential drop V across the cell is given by V is equal to IR using Ohm's law. From Ohm's law we know that V is equal to IR, where I is the current flowing through the cell and R is the internal resistance of the cell. Then the potential drop in the inside the cell, that is between the terminal, but inside the cell will be V is equal to IR, where I is the current flowing through the cell. The potential drop V across the external resistance. This is capital V. Capital V is the potential drop across the external resistance, R is given by V is equal to IR, again using Ohm's law. This implies I is equal to V upon R. I is equal to V upon R. Now by superposition principle, the total EMF of the cell will be equal to capital V plus small v, where capital V is the potential drop used to follow the current through the external resistance R, and V is the potential drop used to, so part of EMF will be used to for the current to follow through internal resistance R, and part of that EMF will be used by the current to follow through external resistance R. So by superposition principle, E is equal to V plus V, which implies E minus capital V is equal to small v, which implies E minus capital V is equal to IR. This implies I is equal to E minus V upon R. This implies R is equal to E minus V upon V into R. Equation 4. Or R is equal to V upon small v upon capital V into R, while V is equal to E minus V is called the last voltage, because this is the voltage which has been used by the current to flow through the interior of the cell. So that is why if we use a voltmeter, that will not show us the exact value of V, only it will show us the value of the voltage which is following, which is used to follow the current through the external resistance R, not through the internal resistance. So that is why this is called the last voltage. Suppose if the voltmeter shows 10 volts, then the EMF of the cell will be more than 10 EF. 10 volts, it will be 12 volts or 30 volts, because those 2 volts will be used by the current to follow through the cell. Now let me come with another topic, that is combination of cells, grouping of cells. As you have seen at your homes, torch, where we use more than 2 cells. So how we can group the cells? We can group the cells in series, we can group them as parallels, or we can use them as a mixed groups. The current obtained from a single cell is small. In experimental work, higher currents are often required. For this purpose, a combination of 2 or more cells is used to get higher currents. The combination of cells is called a battery. That is why we call the torch in our homes a battery, because it uses more than 2 cells. The battery of cells is used in torches. There we use 2 or more than 2 cells. Transistor sets means in radios we use 2 or more than 3 cells. Cars and other automobiles, trains, etc. There are 3 types of grouping of cells. 3 ways of grouping of cells. Number 1, series grouping. Number 2, parallel grouping. And number 3, mixed grouping. Let us discuss them one by one. Now, cells in series. As you have seen, resistances in series, we have discussed already. Resistance in parallel. Similarly, cells in series. The cells are said to be combined in series if the positive terminal of one cell is joined to the negative terminal of the other, and so on, as shown in figure. So in torch, the torch which you use at your homes, the cells are combined in series, because positive terminal of one cell is joined to the negative terminal of the other, and so on. So if positive terminal of one cell is connected to the negative terminal of the other cell, then the cells are said to be joined in series. Consider n cells. Suppose we have n cells. Each of EMF E, they have equal EMF. As we bring cells from the market, they have, all of them have equal EMF of 1.5 volts. So let these cells have an EMF of E. Each cell is having an EMF of E and internal resistance R. Let R will be the internal resistance of all the cells, each cell. Now let R is the external resistance. Current in each cell is given by Ohm's law. I is equal to E upon R. So total EMF of the battery E dash is equal to N into E is equal to N E. EMF of one cell, then we have to multiply it by N cells, so E dash will be equal to N into E. Similarly, total internal resistance of the battery. Now see that R plus R plus R. Cells are in series, so we have to use the series formula of resistances, where the equivalent resistance R is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3, so on. So the total internal resistance of the battery means of n cells. Battery means n cells is given by R dash is equal to NR. That is NR. Actually, you can calculate it using series formula of resistances. R is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3 plus so on n times. So R dash will be equal to R plus R plus R. It will become NR. Therefore, the total resistance in the circuit is R dash is equal to, again, this R external resistance R is connected in series with the cells. So again we will use series formula. So R dash will be equal to NR plus R. This is series formula for resistances. Now using Ohm's law, V is equal to IR or I is equal to V upon R, we get total current in the circuit is equal to total EMF divided by total resistance. That is I dash. I dash is the total current in the circuit, is equal to E dash is the total EMF, and R dash is the total resistance in the circuit, which implies I dash is equal to NE upon NR plus R. Now, special cases. Let us discuss special cases. The first case is if the total external resistance is very large. Means if R, suppose while R can be a transistor, R can be a TV, R can be anything. If this R, capital R, this can be a transistor set, radio, this can be a television set, this can be anything. So if the resistance of this R, external resistance R, if it is very large than the internal resistance of the cell, total internal resistance of the cells, that is total internal resistance of n cells, that is total internal resistance of battery. So if R is very large than R dash, that is R is very large, R is greater than NR, then NR can be neglected compared to R, so that equation 4 can become I dash is equal to NE upon R, because NR can be neglected compared to R if R is very large than NR. This implies I dash is equal to N into E upon R, or I dash is equal to N into I, because E by R is equal to I. So what do we conclude from equation 5? From equation 5 it follows that if N cells are connected in series, then the current in the circuit multiplied by N times. So if one cell gives 2 ampere current, then 10 cells will give 2 into 10 means 20 ampere of current. If one cell gives 5 ampere of current, which means then 10 cells will give 5 into 10 ampere of current, that is 50 ampere of current. So in series, if n cells are combined in series, then the current in the circuit multiplied by n times. It multiplies, it goes on increasing, given by a single cell, n times that given by a single cell, provided the total external resistance R is very large compared to the total internal resistance R dash. Now let us discuss second case. What if the internal resistance of n cell is greater than the external resistance? Let us discuss that case. So if R dash is very large than capital R, if the internal resistance of n cells is very large than the external resistance R, then R can be neglected, so that equation 4 becomes I dash is equal to E dash upon NR. I dash is equal to NE upon NR, capital R can be neglected, so NL and N cancels, it means I is equal to I. So what does it mean? N cells give the same current as is given by a single cell, so current will not multiply, it will not increase at all. Why? The condition is if the internal resistance of the cell is larger than the external resistance, then we should not use series combination of cells, because if you use 10 cells, 20 cells, they will give the same current as given by a single cell. Only you have to see if the external resistance is larger than the internal resistance of the n cells. If that is the case, then you can use the cells in series combination. If the internal resistance is larger than the external resistance, then never use the resistances these cells in series. So from equation 6, it follows that if the total internal resistance of the n cells in series combination is very large, then the total external resistance, then n cells will give the same current as given by a single cell. Now let us discuss the cells in parallel. Now, as I told you, cells are said to be connected in series if positive terminal of one cell is connected to the negative terminal of the other. Now, in parallel combination, cells are said to be joined parallel if the positive terminal of all the cells is connected to one point and the negative terminal of all the cells is connected to the other point, as you can see from the figure. Now consider M cells. Why I use word M, letter M? Because I already used N cells in series. Now let me use M cells per parallel. Suppose M cells each of EMF E and internal resistance are connected in parallel as shown in figure. Let R be the external resistance. Then the current in the circuit I is equal to E upon R. This is the current in the circuit. Total EMF of the battery of that is of M cells E dash is equal to E. Why it is not ME? Because only the size of the electrodes increases but not the EMF. You can see from the figure also, if you join these positive terminals and negative terminals, you will see that the size of the terminals increases but not the EMF. So in case of when cells are connected in parallel, only the size of the electrodes increases but not the EMF. So E dash will be equal to E. Total internal resistance of battery. So since these are small r is the internal resistance of one cell, these cells are parallel. So it will be the total resistance we will have to use the parallel formula of resistances. That is 1 upon R dash is equal to 1 upon R plus 1 upon R plus 1 M times. For parallel combination, this is the formula. So 1 upon R dash is equal to M into 1 upon R, which means it is M by R. This implies R dash is equal to R by M. Therefore, total resistance in the circuit R dash. Now, this R dash and R, they are connected in series. It will become a series combination. You can do it yourself. So we will have to use the series formula of resistance here. So the total external resistance in the circuit R dash is equal to R plus R dash. This implies R dash is equal to R plus R by M. This implies R dash is equal to MR plus R whole divided by M. Total current in the circuit is equal to total EMF by total resistances. This means I dash is equal to E dash by R dash. I dash R dash is equal to E dash. This implies I dash into MR plus R by M is equal to E, because E dash is equal to E. This implies I dash is equal to ME by MR plus R. Now let us discuss two special cases in here also. The first special case is if R is greater than capital R, small r is greater than capital. That is, if the total internal resistance of the cells is large as compared to the external resistance, then M R can be neglected, so that I dash will be equal to M E upon R, means I dash will be equal to M into E upon R, that is I dash will be equal to M into I. So what happens? The current multiplies M times. It follows from equation 5 that when M cells are combined in parallel, then the current in the circuit multiplies by M times that given by a single cell. But the condition is total internal resistance of the cells is very large compared to the total external resistance of the circuit. Now case second, if the external resistance is large compared to the internal resistance, then R can be neglected, so that we get I dash from equation 4. We get, when R is small r is neglected, we get I dash equal to ME upon MR. So M and M cancels. It means I dash is equal to E upon R. That's I dash is equal to I. It follows from equation 6 that if the total external resistance is very large, then the total internal resistance of the cells, then M cells will give the same current as given by a single cell. So it is a futile exercise to connect them in parallel if the external resistance is very large than the total internal resistance. So thus we conclude that the parallel combination of cells should be used only if the internal resistance is high as compared to the total external resistance. Now we will discuss cells in mixed grouping. That is, when the cells are connected both in parallel as well as in series. That's called mixed grouping. So cells are said to be connected in groups if they are connected both in series as well as in parallel. Now consider n cells connected in series and m cells connected in parallel. Each of them are of EMF E and internal resistance R. So in parallel combination, total EMF of M cells E dash is equal to E, because as I already told you, only the size of the electrodes increases but not EMF. So total internal resistance of M cells R dash is equal to R by M. Now there are N cells in series. There are N cells in series. Therefore, total EMF of N cells E double dash is equal to N into E. N into E. Because in parallel combination, the EMF does not increase. It is E. So in series combination, it multiplies by N times. So it becomes N E. Total EMF is in mixed grouping. E double dash is equal to N E. Total internal resistance of N cells. N cells R double dash is equal to R dash plus R dash plus R dash. That is R double dash is equal to R by M plus R by M plus R by M. R double dash is equal to R by M into N is equal to N R by M. So total internal resistance in mixed grouping R double dash is equal to N R by M. So total resistance in the circuit R double dash will be, they are in series, R double dash plus R. This implies R double dash is equal to N R by M plus R. That's R double dash is equal to N R plus M R by whole divided by M. So total current in the mixed groups I double dash will be total EMF but a total resistance. That is I double dash is equal to E double dash by R double dash. That's I double dash is equal to N E divided by N R plus M R by M. This implies I double dash is equal to M N E divided by N R plus M R. So let us discuss here again special cases. The current I in mixed groups will be maximum if N R plus M R is minimum. So from equation 4, if the denominator is minimum, then current will be maximum. So I double dash will be maximum only if NR plus MR is minimum. NR plus MR will be minimum if NR plus MR is equal to 0, which implies NR is equal to minus MR. Ignoring negative sign, this implies NR should be equal to MR. This implies NR by M is equal to R. This implies R double dash is equal to R. So total internal resistance is equal to total external resistance. So the current in mixed grouping will be maximum if the total internal resistance is equal to the total external resistance. As we have seen, if the total internal resistance, if the total internal resistance is greater than the total external resistance, then cells should be connected in parallel. If the total external resistance is greater than the total internal resistance, then cells should be connected in series. But if they are equal, if the total internal resistance is equal to the total external resistance, then we should not use series grouping or mixed grouping. We should use series grouping or this parallel grouping. In that case, when total internal resistance is equal to total external resistance, we should use a mixed grouping. Thank you. See you again.